Okay, it's Friday. Let's do this thing. First off, we're 3/4 of the way through September. What's with these 80-degree weather? That was me. That wasn't this. I mean, seriously, come on with the heat. Okay, let's see what we got. This is the journal, of course, for Friday, September 20, 2024. The stars of Phillipsburg again. No more star of the week, no more reader of the week. It's just Phillipsburg, and it's the Elks Country Club. Yeah, okay. So Phillipsburg itself, I think, is around like 3,000 people. The last I knew was like 1,100 or something. But then you have like the whole valley that this is supposed to serve. It's got to be, at least 5,000 more. But they've obviously like run out of people to feature. Remember, it used to be, the star this week is Bob Smith, who did this, and the star this week is this kid who got 3 touchdowns or whatever. No, no, and it's like churches and clubs. Okay, well, this is going to be. We actually have Osceola. You probably can't see it, is on there, but first let's go over here to where it says borough business, which of course means Phillipsburg. We have council considers keeping Prescott Street public or abandoning it to Lee, who did not ask for it. Watershed Group urges forward thinking. Time's up at Hillcrest, and sewer late fees to increase. So there's this bridge down there that a couple of years ago the state paid, I don't know, $800 billion to repair. And a couple of months later they said, oh, you know what, it's not safe, we're closing it. And now they're totally tearing it out. They couldn't just like leave it open for pedestrian traffic or something. I mean, how unsafe could it be if people couldn't like just walk or ride a bicycle across it? No, so this way the people that live down there, they have to detour around where that went across the creek down there. But anyway, so apparently now that street down there, that just doesn't have anywhere to go because that bridge isn't there. They want to turn that street over to Lee Industries is right down there, and I don't know. That's their business. Journal stands corrected. Watson said the Journal was wrong to report that Lee President Josh Montler asked for the road. Okay. Oh, I guess this whole damn thing is about that road. I don't know. Let's see. That's continued on page 2. Let's see what other business they've moved on to. Apparently something about sewers. Always an interesting subject. Restoring Moshannon Creek. During the regular portion of the meeting, Francock presented to council a slideshow showing the work of the MCWA. That's people that are trying to clean up the streams. I think I told you about them before. Fire report. Council voted to allow the Phillipsburg Fire Department's treasurer to use the borough building's upstairs offices during regular business hours. They have 2 fire stations down there. He doesn't have an office. Hillcrest to be cleaned up. Some guy with rental property, I guess, had a lot of mess down there. PRC reports saying the organization had a meeting scheduled. Yeah. Sewer late fees to go up. Council voted to increase the sewer late fee from 10% to 20% per EWU, equivalent dwelling unit. Seems like a pretty big hike. Wood wants to know, just not officially, Councilman Harry Wood asked for the PRC and Phillipsburg Historical Foundation's financial reports. He then made a motion that the PRC report be taken off the agenda. No one seconded, and several council members asked what difference it would make, as the PRC report always takes place at the beginning of the meeting, And the PRC representatives could just as easily speak during the public comment period. Wood made his motion again, and the motion then passed during a roll call vote. Bushnell then asked if Wood still wanted the PRC's financial report, and if so, why? So we know what's going on, Wood said. Here's what's new at Old Pops. More food. I'm guessing this is going to be, it's Old Pops Village Emporium. Are selling all kinds of stuff. I don't know. Go check it out, see what it is. Let me know. Osceola Mills Borough matters. Council mulls Clearfield County Development Authority's help with dilapidation. Richie resigns. Okay. Borough makes moves for more cleanup. I'm liking the sounds of this already. The regular meeting was called to order at 6 o'clock on September 16th. Dealing with distressed properties after the opening prayer. They open with a prayer now? They always do. I don't know. Pledge of Allegiance, roll call, and adoption of the agenda. The first order of business was to discuss a possible new ordinance presented by Lisa Kovalchek, the Executive Director of Clearfield County Redevelopment Authority. The ordinance would transfer the responsibilities of dealing with distressed, vacant, or dangerous properties from the borough to the Redevelopment Authority. Kovalchek presented many advantages this would have for the borough. The most important being the authority has vastly more resources to deal with it. Those advantages include such things as contractors, financial resources, real estate professionals, and demolition experts. Also, the borough would gain revenue when rehabbed or refurbished properties are returned to tax rolls. There was discussion. Many properties the ordinance would apply to, the consequences these properties have on neighbors. In the end, the copy of the ordinance was submitted to the board for study and possible publication adoption at subsequent meetings. And I have told you people before, it is not a board, it is a council. Board member resigns. It's not the goddamn school board. It is a borough council. They are not a board. Damn, this paper. In correspondence, board member Benny Ritchie submitted his resignation, and it was voted on and accepted by the board. An ad for a replacement will be published. So this would be a perfect record of about 20-0 for Benny Ritchie getting on borough council, either by election or getting appointed when somebody else went off for some reason, and he has never completed a term. He always finds some excuse. He loves to shoot his mouth off, but when things don't go his way, he rage quits, as the kids say today. Goodbye, Benny. Well, we'll see you on the board again in another couple of years. Rec gets new mower. The rec committee requested that a new mower be purchased. Okay. Abandoned vehicles. Code enforcer Gary Jones spoke about a proposed ordinance, updating ordinance from deals with blighted and dangerous properties and abandoned vehicles. God, this guy is kind of taking his job serious, proposing ordinances. The issues dealing with these problems, now they will be addressed. None of the high grass and weed problems. Jones also spoke about the rental inspections webinar and the warnings around the borough about high grass and weed problems. Interesting that he just keeps talking about rental properties. Don't property owners also have lawns? Citizen of the Year, Mayor Richard Muckey thanked the borough board and everyone involved with his Outstanding Citizen of the Year award, which was presented at Spirit Days. The board thanked the mayor for his service and declared that he was more than deserving of the honor. Firemen's Convention. Fire reports say there were 13 fire calls and 11 aid calls in July, and also spoke about the 134th Firemen's Convention. That's what it says, the 134th Firemen's Convention. It doesn't say when. Jackhammering approval was given to remove the steps across the street from the Osceola House leading to the park because they are in disrepair. Grinding the woodpile. Approval was also given to have the woodpile by the green space ground up for a price of approximately $5,700. No idea where the woodpile or the green space is. Grant workshop coming up. It was announced there will be a grant workshop at the fire hall. Legal to donate to the food bank? And there's a question mark on that. And in new business, it was determined that making a donation to the food bank will need more investigation because it might not be legal for the borough to make such a donation. It will be looked into for another meeting. Compensation questions. Finally, it was decided to not take any action on possible conflicts in the ordinances dealing with compensation of board members for attending meetings. No changes for now are needed. Okay. It was decided to not take any action on possible conflicts in the ordinances dealing with compensation of council members, not board members. Well, of course, if there's some problem with those people getting paid, they wouldn't want to deal with that, would they? They might find out that they're doing it wrong. We do have one obituary of Blair Edward Dixon, born in 1953. Police report. Looks awful short. Reportedly yelling. Carissa Hausler, 33, of Osceola, was charged with disorderly conduct after reportedly yelling obscenities at her roommate on Hill Street, causing her 77-year-old neighbor to become alarmed and call 911. Repeatedly calling John Milliron, 50, of Morrisdale, was charged with harassment after repeatedly calling a 75-year-old Colortown woman after being told by PSP to stop calling her. That seems to be the entire police report. Reader's right was long. Bill Granville wrote a letter. When we talk about our American firemen, we think of our soldiers, we view those men and women who are willing to die for us because of what they do. All of these things are true, and we should be thankful. It takes a special breed of men. Okay, so it seems to be a very long thing thanking people who serve, including cops, and I don't know. See, mentions the Coast Guard, and there's a public moving auction. Those moving auctions are tough because, if you're not in shape and they're moving too fast, trying to keep up and not be out of breath when you're trying to make your bids, it's like 25, it could be tough. Classified. Okay. We got the memory lane there. First, for Donna, let's see. Right now, you can get butter for $1.88. English muffins are buy one, get one free. Porterhouse or T-bone steaks are $6 a pound. And there you go. Back in here, we have the memory lane. Okay, I know this house. Built by Ivy Gray in 1883. This home took 2 years to build, with marble shipped in from Italy, mahogany from the Philippines. Later owned by Charles Rowland, who served in the U.S. House from 1915 to 19, and Rowland Mansion. Anyway, That's that house there. That's a beautiful old place. And the stars of the week, the Phillipsburg Elks Club. Looks like they gave a check to somebody. A spotlight grant to members of the St. Paul's Episcopal Church. And that's about all it has to say about that. That's about all I have to say about any of this. Hope you all have a nice weekend. And a little personal note, don't forget that my old buddy Finkel is on his honeymoon right now. Won't be seeing him until next week, but he did schedule a bunch of videos to come up daily. And they're actually doing very popular. Some of them are new trips that he took, and some of them he re-edited the old ones. And I think he has finally learning what I've been trying to tell him, that people enjoy brevity. He cut down these old videos, and they are doing quite well. Anyway, so a little personal note at the end there. Everybody stay cool, huh? If you can, in September.
And that's the way it is.